Please, Your Lordships. Lordships, this is a transfer petition seeking transfer of a domestic violence case which has been filed in Gautam Buddha Nagar by the husband's mother, Your Lordships, who is the respondent herein. We're seeking transfer from Gautam Buddha Nagar to Patiala House, Your Lordships, wherein already 3 cases are pending.
You're seeking a transfer from Gautam Buddha Nagar to
Patiala House, Your Lordships.
Milords, my difficulty is that I'm a widow who's 63-year-old and I'm living all alone in Noida. There has been grave harassment that has happened upon me, for which I filed domestic violence, but that is not the contention we seek in transfer petition. But my lords, my difficulty is I'm 63-year-old. I'm a senior citizen who's suffering from hypertension. It is from Noida, and the Noida court from my house is 6 kilometers away. So it's convenient for me to go till there. They are seeking from Noida to Patiala House, whereas the petitioner is residing in Gurgaon.
The exception we take is to the fact that 63-year-olds aren't considered old.
Your Lordships, in that case,
Not at today's day and time comes.
Your Lordships, in that case, my parents have also been arrayed as parties in this case, and they are also senior citizens, Your Lordships, and considering the medical conditions, it will not be possible.
They are not the party to it, my lords. They're not the.
Yeah, can you not appear virtually?
That's good enough.
Your Lordships, if I may suggest, if the matter can be referred for mediation, because I have my instructions, because we have never proceeded with the settlement. If it can be proceeded with the settlement, then.
Please, Milords.
All right, because this is really a matter which should be settled. Is he still in the army? The husband is still in the army?
Yes, Milords,
Please, Lordships.
he is.
Bearing in mind the nature of the dispute which arises within a family, Council appearing on behalf of the petitioners and the respondent have agreed to explore the possibility of a mediated solution to the overall dispute, including the matrimonial dispute. Let's stop. There'll be the husband is not a party here, right?
No,
Your
Milords, he's not.
The parties are accordingly referred to the mediation center of the Supreme Court. Let's stop. Bearing in mind the spirit of mediation, it has been agreed that the petitioners, that the respondent will request her son, what's his name?
Nilab Chaudhary, Milords. Major Nilab Chaudhary.
Major Nilab Chaudhary, to also participate in the mediation proceedings.
Please.
Let's stop. List after the report of mediation is received.
Please, Lordships.
Highly obliged.
Highly grateful, Your Lordships.
Our party shall appear before the mediation center, say, next Tuesday at...
Your Lordships, there was a request, if a Saturday can be fixed, Your Lordships.
Well, like Saturday week, not this Saturday, but the following
Please,
Saturday.
please,
So you can take leave also.
Please,
Where is
Lord.
it posted right now?
Milords, Chandigarh, he's there.
Then you can come on a Saturday, no problem.
Please.
At 11 o'clock?
Please, Your Lordships.
Highly obliged, Milords.
Grateful, Your Lordships.
Lords, in this case, petitioner wife is seeking transfer of divorce petition pending before Dwarka Court, Delhi to
There's a
family.
5-year-old child here.
One maintenance case is already pending there.
Lordship, in this matter, actually matter is little complicated. I am married to her. Her brother is married to my sister. So he has deserted me and her brother has deserted to my sister. And my sister and her son is living with me. And this complication is going on since 14 years. So I think if it is referred to mediation center, that can be resolved.
Is it possible to have some sort of mediated solution?
Milords, mediation is already
Since
pending
last
before
14 years, we have not
family court.
communicated.
Darbhanga mediation is going on and it is scheduled for 10th of September, Milords. Let the
To Darbhanga.
yes.
Lordship,
We'll say that in the main matter, you can appear through video conferencing so that we'll give you that facility. And mediation is also
but
going
once,
on Darbhanga.
if mediation is tried here, so we can seek possibility of some.
It's already going on at Darbhanga. Let parties do that there. Why? She has a small 5-year-old child also.
Yes, but
Minor
Lordship, I am taking
girl child, minor girl child.
girl, she's 16-year-old. 16,
15 years old, 15.
15-year-old.
Even still says
15-year-old.
The mother.
I have to take care of my sister and her son also.
Like we'll transfer it. Shall I?
Yeah, virtually.
much obliged.
Through VC, I will appear through VC.
Yes, CC का order.
Let's transfer petition by the wife, my lads, from Coimbatore to Yellore in Andhra Pradesh.
He has a 3.3.5-year-old son
Yes.
also. I think this we can transfer. We'll transfer this.
I'm-
Nobody's on the other side.
Item 4.
Lords, I am appearing for petitioner, my lords. I am seeking transfer from Palghar, Maharashtra to Ajamgarh, Uttar Pradesh. My lord, service is complete, my lord. No one is here.
He is also not
Yes, my lords.
here. But you know, interestingly, you filed the petition.
Yes, my lords,
in
that
Palghar.
time she was there, my lords, but now she is permanently settled to Uttar Pradesh, my lords. That is why.
But though transfer and permission to the respondent to appear virtually.
Obliged, my lord.
Please, ma'am.
My lords, I am for the petitioner wife. I am seeking transfer merit to Roorkee, district Haridwar state,
Only 80 kilometers.
80 kilometers. She is 25-year lady and unemployed. He is poor lady. Now she is
22
residing last
petition.
2 years with his parents in Roorkee.
Council, it's a 22 petition. What is the stage of the matter?
Sorry,
It's a 22 petition. What is the stage of the matter?
22, nahi, 25
How do you say that?
CRPC.
102022 is the case number, right?
That was
So-
filed in 22.
22. What is the stage of the matter?
Lastly, before the Roorkee, she is residing in Meerut. Rental accommodation.
You have some pending cases under the DV Act and Hindu Marriage Act and Merit also. There are cases pending.
Three
in
more
Meerut.
cases are there, my lord.
But-
All 4 cases were launched by her, my lord.
What
3
is
cases,
the stage
But
of the
my lord-
petition?
my lord, stage by
There-
the argument, my lord, on the interim, my lord. It's a,
And here's herself.
Yes.
Not a case for transfer. You've seen his counter affidavit. We'll dismiss this.
nevertheless.
Mr. Attorney General.
After the retirement of Justice Bopanna, in a casual conversation, Hima Kohli was asking me, you had something to say in Kannada language when Justice Bopanna retired. You must do justice by learning Punjabi and do something about Punjabi, you know, and do my farewell speech. I tried to do that, but I thought it was a daunting task, and let me better choose my little Southern Indian English language to do justice to a farewell speech. But what comes to your mind is, probably I should have filed a writ petition here myself and asked the Chief Justice to say, enhance the age of retirement at least of women judges in Supreme Court. I wish I could have done that. I'm sure a lot would have ruled in my favor. But that apart, we have a long history which have gone together with the Delhi High Court. Mr. Sibal is here. We've seen the growth of the honorable judge in the bar and the bench. It's sometimes very difficult to even say something about the endearing qualities of a judge because you can't put them in such a narrow few words and capture such a large canvas of the life of a judge. That's what I feel today. And of course, in the evening, we'll try to do greater justice and not by bidding farewell, but saying that in a different way, you will continue to be part of our life. You have dedicated your entire life to the cause of justice, something very rare. And the bar stands in endearing honor of the great dedication you've done to the cause of justice.
Lords, bidding farewell to Justice Hima Kohli, my lord, is a really difficult task. We have always seen a very tough exterior, my lord, on the bench, but we have also seen a very soft heart, a human, compassionate feeling, my lord, off the bench and at times even on the bench. My lord, Niluji has been so integrated part of her ladyship that I was telling her that we feel that you are also retiring today, and that's our feeling. But none of you would retire. We will continuously remember you through your judgments and the very pleasant memories which I had. Lord, apart from, Lord, the justice which your ladyship has delivered through compassion wherever required, with tough exterior wherever it is required, your ladyship has also taken stand whenever it is required. And, my lord, we salute your ladyship for that. May your ladyship's third inning be very happy, healthy, contented, and satisfactory.
But as I endorse the sentiments expressed by the Attorney General and by the Solicitor General, and on behalf of the bar, I can say that this stint has been too short. I've been appearing before you in the High Court, and the one thing that's uniform, and I always tell my colleagues, I said, when you go to the bench, when you go in a court, just first know what who your judge is, who you're appearing for. So when we go to your court and you're looking, your glasses are down at the bottom of the nose, and you're looking above, we know we're in trouble. But you have been the most pleasant judge that I have known. Never gets angry. You have a stern look, but an empathetic heart, and we know that about through your judgments. Nobody can finesse you. No, nobody can finesse you. Nobody can bowl a googly to you. We've seen that happen ever so often. And if it's a small advertisement, you also notice it. And so what I can say is that you were destined to be a judge. And the reason is simple. You worked with 3 seniors who all were judges, right? Sonanda Bandare, Sabarwalji, and later on, that's correct. So you have worked with those judges and you were destined to be a judge. Your grandfather, your father was a historian, but you've made history here. You're one of the 9 judges in a population of over 1 billion people was around this court. That is a salute itself to you and your merit. We'll remember you. Though you think it's a step down, actually it's a step up. Because you will be free to speak your mind. You will be free to things that you wanted to do all your life. And you have a partner in Neelu who will be with you all the time. And as lawyers at the bar, we'll always remember you.
Commentators have observed about Margaret Thatcher that she ruled with iron fist in a velvet glove. And it aptly sums up the entire judicial career of my lord. Economic offenders, anybody on the wrong side of the law, knew that their litigation journey is going to end here with justice to the other side. Milady has also taken care of that lonely woman working in the workplace and the innocent flat buyer. And this beautiful balance that you maintained has totally enriched our experience on this side, and surely this great court has been benefited. Have a great innings ahead and wish you the best of health and happiness from Skora.
Thank you.
I can just add an anecdote. When your ladyship used to sit in the Delhi High Court, I used to send all of my women colleagues with this one description that you should go and see how a woman judge should be sitting on a chair. We have never claimed you as a woman judge, but today that we say bye-bye to you in this role, your lordship, I just want to say that we are so proud of you being there, and you have been a light for all of us. Thank you.
Over the last, Mr. Attorney General, Mr. Solicitor General, Mr. Sibal, Mr. Nair, and all the members of the bar, over the last few days, both Sister Hima, Kohli, Hima to me, and I've been comparing notes on something very important, and in the coffee lounge, and which is what have we been respectively doing to attend to back spasms in the lower back. So that's the first thing that we have been sharing over the last few days. And this morning she told me, I said, why don't you come to the Ayurvedic center which we have set up? So she said, well, my back spasm is going to disappear from tomorrow morning. And she said, well, I began my day today with a lot of time to read the morning newspaper, something which I have not had the luxury to do for the longest time. We had the group photograph this morning with Justice Hima Kohli, and they were, after the formal photograph is over, in the camaraderie that we all know as judges, there were different groups in the group photograph. So one of them was from the Campus Law Center, Delhi University, where I figured with her, and so many others in the court. The second photograph was from Delhi. The third photograph was from Telangana. I was delighted because in each of them, Hima insisted that I should figure. There's a degree of acceptance which she gave me by calling me particularly by the shoulder and tugging me by the shoulder and saying that you must come and join in the photograph. We have with us a small but very, very dear family and friends. We have Nilu, whom we have all grown very attached to over the last several years, who's always there for all our events. We have Ritu Mahajan. He and Dr. Harsh Mahajan are very personal friends of Hima. We have, of course, Dr. Shama Gupta, who is the overall umbrella to keep us fit in our polyclinic, and we have Justice Nanda, the first woman judge from the Telangana High Court, who has come here especially from the bar to bid farewell and to be at the part of the ceremonial bench. And of course, we have Sister Hima's law clerks who have steadfastly stood by her and who will be joining us again this evening. It's been a pleasure for me to sit with Justice Hima Kohli. We have exchanged some very serious ideas, thoughts, a lot of fun and games on the bench and off the bench, which really was what sustains us. There have been times when she has steadfastly supported me when the going was tough, which I have not at least for a long, long time, and thereafter only with her consent. So we have been friends, allies, very closely knit judges on the bench. And Hima, you're not just a woman judge, but a judge who also happens to be a woman, but at the same time, you're a fierce protector of the right of women to have equal working conditions on and off the bench in the bar. Finally, the last thing which I'd like to share is that this morning, when all the other judges were assembled in the coffee lounge, the first five, we were all huddled together in my chamber to sort out something in the collegium, relatively routine issue. So there was a lot of speculation among the judges as to why the first five were not the coffee lounge. So Hima, in a characteristic style, said, well, they may be filling up my vacancy, which is going to arise. And I only hope, she said, there is a woman judge who is coming here in my place. Of course, I must share with you without telling you what it was, that you are not doing anything of the kind, because she's a judge until the last minute. And surely we can't do something like that so long as our dear sister continues to be on the bench. In fact, I've also invited her to be with us for the conference tomorrow of the National Conference of District Judges, which is a very big conference of 800 judges from all over the country. Very graciously agreed to participate in the conference. I'll now keep my powder dry for saying what I have to do in the evening at the SCBA event. But from the bench, Hima, we wish you all the best. We respect the way you handled yourself on the bench when your mother was not well. Never did you allow your work to suffer. You did your work with the same degree of strength of character. We've all had these issues in our lives, and we respect other people because we know what it means to have a member of the family who is not well. And I really respected the way you conducted yourself during those very crucial times and critical times. And I pray and hope that you are blessed with an abundance of good health and lots of time to do everything that is close to your heart. May I request Hima to say a few words?
Just that, I think when I started this innings in this court, it was, it's a matter of, should I say, serendipity, that I started with Chief's bench in 21. And I was so delighted that I was sitting with Chief and as a batchmate, as somebody I knew before from early days, as a college mate and all of that. And it made it easier to break into this court. But it was really not difficult because all of you made it easy for me. I felt at home, not because I was in Delhi, because it was the same set of lawyers, barring a few, who I knew, whether by name or by face. It was like coming home. So these 3 years have really been a very great learning experience. with Chief, with all my other senior colleagues with whom I've worked, each one has been so kind, and I think I'm blessed. Also, the fact that the bar is so warm, so affectionate, so considerate, and always ready with some help or the other if you move out of the system, which I'm finding now. There's so many of us, you who have reached out to say, where are you shifting? What are you going to do? What's your plan of action? I think we are going to be your neighbors. So, that makes you feel good. And so I can only thank you. And as Chief said, I'm not revealing all that I'm going to say to you at 4 o'clock. I'll keep it up my sleeve and share it with you. But many thanks for being there in my life. Thank you.